Welcome to Real Money Talks. Real strategies from the moneymakers and the world changers that you can use to make millions, keep those millions, multiply your wealth, and build your team. Here's your host, author of 5 New York Times bestsellers, money expert on Dr. Phil, CNN, CNBC, The Street TV, Fox News, and The View, Loral Langemeier.
And we are live. Welcome back to Lunch with Loral every Tuesday at 12 noon Pacific. We are bringing to you guests. We're bringing to you topics. Today, our topic is 10 Habits of a Millionaire. You're going to be able to get this if you type in the word habits. So we're going to continually be reinforcing that with you. But we're not starting the Facebook Live like that today. We're going to start with my guest, Anze. Hello from Miami. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Hi, Laurel. So, I'm doing great.
So 6 a.m. you arrived in Miami. Is it beautiful down there?
It is beautiful. Weather is lovely outside. I like it.
All right. You going to spend the day or are you back out soon?
Yeah, we spend the whole day, but then we leave tonight. So I want to go home. There's plenty of work that you put me on and I need to get on it.
Exactly. So last week, I keynoted her extraordinary event called the Rise Conference. And 100% of her people signed up for our workshop. So
yes,
I wanted you just to talk a little bit about what you learned, why your tribe, because I know you're going to reboost this out to your tribe. Peter Anthony Wynn was on last week. He reboosted out to his tribe. So we're going to be, Steve and my team send it over to Peter and say, hey, go again. You guys have to beat my workshops. Like I do a workshop.
I personally think that what you teach, Laurel, I personally think that the way you bring the message to people, you've broken it down into smaller pieces that anybody, even a teacher, can get.
Yep.
And anybody that just a normal entrepreneur or somebody in the back of a desk in an office can get. And what really got me excited about my event last week was the fact that you keynoted the event. And not only did you sell 100% of the room, some of the speakers actually purchased your product. And that was one of the most amazing things that I've ever seen in an event. And I'm grateful that you did come. But what happens is when I went to one of your events the last time, that's the reason why I'm actually sitting right here. I made money at your event and I didn't even have anything to sell. I didn't know what to sell. You were able to help me to bring out something in me that I knew was there, but I wasn't even sure how to present it. And not to talk of the people that really had products, they had services, they have money, I remember there was somebody at your event that did not know that she had $60,000 sitting somewhere. And you were able to strategically show her how that money was going to go into different channels and come back to her triple and even more. So I'm just telling you, if you're watching this right now and you're on my page or anywhere else, this is the person that you need to talk to. Nobody teaches you about money. You go to school and you learn about physics, biology, and then you become a scientist, and then you make money and then you don't know how to spend it. And the bank tells you how to spend your money. Then suddenly the money is no longer there. If somebody wants to tell you, listen, I'm going to help you make money, you want to listen to that person because somebody else is saying, sign here, I'm going to make you work, and then I'll pay you what I think you're worth. Which do you prefer?
Exactly.
Which do you prefer? So April 11, 12, and 13, Costa Mesa. If you can make it, bring it behind there, you're going to have a great time because it's not just sitting there and, listening to somebody's workshop all day, like not all day, but I mean, you go through lessons and then you go through workshops and you practice. I was in Dallas. I think I came to Dallas one time halfway and I was like, I canceled my flight and I had to stay for the rest of the event because there was so much there that I didn't know that I didn't know. That was what really made the huge difference to me. I didn't know that I didn't know that. And so it made me want to stay and get the information. And now, not just working, but working towards something that makes more sense. All the 401ks and things that I knew were, I'm not going to go into that because I know that's your expert knowledge and stuff. It's just things that I really had no clue that there was a system I was following that was built to take me to an end that was not beneficial for me.
I have studied how to become a millionaire. We're going to talk about millionaire habits in just a moment for almost 2 decades. So how you're being taught, how you live, if you think you're even doing it right. So I love some of the speakers that are already millionaires came and they said, well, why would a millionaire sign up? Because there's so much to learn about money. Like there's not a course you get to click on and sign up and say, I'm going to learn about money. We're going to talk. And if you can't go to Costa Mesa, then go to liveoutloud.com, click on our events button. And we have a schedule there. We have a new one we've just added, the 13th, 14th, 15th of August. We will be doing that in LA. We'll be back in Phoenix. We're going to be headed to Dallas. We're going to be in Palm Springs. We added a brand new, brand new. The 3rd and 4th, my partner and I in cannabis are going to take people back to Vegas because I don't think you guys realize the cannabis and crypto world is going to make the .com look like the .bomb. And it's not even going to be a blip on the screen. So the 3rd and 4th for only $97. You're actually just going to have to email Gabe, Gabe at liveoutloud.com, sign up because I'm just announcing it right now. Thomas and our team is out there. They know that it's coming. And we're like, today was our announcement, but you know me, I just decided to do it. So the 3rd and 4th in Vegas, we are only $97 and come learn about cannabis and see what it's like before you judge it, because you have no idea the green that it can put in your pocket. So any
the green they can put in your pocket. I like that.
So next week, you're guaranteed to make money. You're going to learn about taxation. It's not just me. I'm bringing a wealth team. I have tax team. I've got alternative financial planners. Like we bring a team to you that no one else brings to you. And the difference is they're not just speakers. They're our team. We stay together on your behalf. Most groups, you come and you hear all these speakers are all random. They don't work together. Ours all are very cohesive. We all work together on your behalf and you walk out with a money plan. So please figure out how you're going to get to Costa Mesa. 11th, we'd start at 5:30 at night. So registration.
I was going to ask you what time it starts. Yeah.
Right. So we're going to be at Costa Mesa. What's the hotel, Gabe? The Crown Plaza Hotel, Costa Mesa. Registration starts at 4:00. And then I go, we open the doors at 5:30. I go to about 9:30. And then we're going to open up the first next morning with some money makeovers and show you, like, that's the most jaw-dropping thing we do is show you how money could be made over. And you don't even know what you don't even know unless you see it. And then a whole bunch of my wealth team members come on. And then we come back in the afternoon and we get you making some money. And then we're back to makeovers. And it just becomes this very cool event. And everyone's
I like the energy of the event because everybody gets so excited. And I remember the last time you were asking for breaks and nobody wanted to take a break. No. Everybody just wanted to keep going because I think the workshop felt like a break because people would really go into their own insecurities and fears and concerns because we do have a lot of money insecurities. We don't want to express it. And it's like, oh, no, it's money. Don't touch it. Oh, no, it's about money. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to do it. But then we don't know how to do it. And that was the whole point. So I'm really happy and I'm excited to be there. And I'm really saying, if you're watching this right now and you're on my page, please go to liveoutloud.com, sign up, or just send me an email. Send me an email if you want to get additional information. There might be some special options that Laurel might make for me to get you, to have you to get there. But if you have money issues and you want to learn, there's no other place you can learn. There's no better place you can learn. It's right here. And I'm telling you, I've gone around, I've traveled around, talked to so many people, speakers, even up to President Obama, even up to God knows who. But Laurel is the real deal. Just make sure that you get there. If you can't get to Costa Mesa, there are so many other events. We'll be in Arizona next time, right?
Yeah, we'll be in Phoenix, Arizona in May, Salt Lake City in June, back to LA in August. And then for whatever reason, I've been asked to go back to Phoenix again now 3 times. So we may have to head back over there.
Awesome.
We're going to be in Dallas. We're also going to Dallas because I own a marina there with a bunch of fun people. So what's different too is we actually take you out and show you the projects. Like if you can't go there, come April 24th, 25th, we're going to be in Cincinnati, Ohio, showing you how we buy real estate. You can't even touch that kind of real estate in some of these markets. And the kinds of returns are double digits. And some of you are sitting on cash. That's maybe why you should go. Many of you are overpaying taxes. Maybe that's why you should go. If you already know how to make money, then you need to learn to keep it and invest it. And you need a heck of a team and a smart millionaire team, not a bunch of flunkies just that, you're kind of scattered around hoping you can figure out your money plan. Because most of you don't have a money plan and you need a plan.
I didn't. Laura, you talked about one time, I don't know if maybe you can answer this question or maybe you can just shed some light on it. You had talked about having the way when you have people that can help when people file taxes, there are certain different ways of filing taxes that you don't know. And you have people that can actually go back into it and check it out and make sure that you're doing it the right way. So it's not just in tax, it's the way you're saving and the way you're investing and how you're getting the money back and reinvesting it. Is that correct?
I'd say 50% of our students get more money back. Last year, millions and millions and millions. I mean, one guy got $128,000 back. A teacher got $72,000 back. Naval officer got $56,000. So we know how to get you strategically planned. But then once you have a plan, you got to work the plan and stay on track. You can't go back to your old life. And then we teach you about debt. Debt can be your best friend or it could be your enemy. Depends on how you teach it, treat it, and behave with it. So we're going to teach you. In fact, I'm going to a note conference where everyone is, all we talk about is how do you use debt to raise capital. Completely what the wealthy do. And most of you are scared to death to go in debt. We can't wait to go into good debt. I'm in
good debt, exactly.
Dollars of good debt. So stay tuned. So again, go to liveoutloud.com / click on the link, the events. It gives you our whole schedule. Gabe and Steve and team, if you would add the August one out there, that would be great. And then we might as well add the May 3rd and 4th. We're going to Vegas on a field trip, and we're going to be
excellent.
I know. You know, the one thing with the field trip in Vegas is we're going to be in classroom day one and bring out just brilliant, like top cannabis folks. In fact, this Sunday, I'm keynoting the Reno Cannabis Conference with thousands of people. And we're just going to give you the State of the Union, talk about money, talk about projects, how you really make money, how do you get in, what's the laws. And then day two, if you're serious about investing, because by then we'll have that opportunity and you've known us and you qualified, then you'll be able to actually go out and see the cultivation, the dispensary, like the behind the scenes, like how does this business work? How does it work legally? How do we bank it? We actually bank our money. We don't live in cash. So we're going to show you a lot that you can't see any other cannabis tours. So, and we are going to show you the real estate. So
perfect.
Go see our event page. It's rocking right now. And Anze, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day in Miami.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura. I look forward to seeing you next week. Oh, this weekend, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I'll see you on the 11th, 12th, 13th for sure. Thank you, honey.
Thank
you.
The
rest of you, as we let her go, I want you to stay on. I want you to type in the word habits. So habits, HABITS. So habits are something that they're just ingrained in you. I would say that millionaires get it into their DNA. They don't just, keep it top of mind. It becomes a behavior. My Yes Energy book, I wrote a lot about like just the behavior of what millionaires do. And we're going to go through 10 habits. If you like this download, you're just going to type in the word habits and you're going to have it delivered to you. And then I want our team to follow up with you. So Corey and our team, I want them to follow up with you, do a gap analysis. That's what we do. It's like a little mini makeover. Where are you? What do you want? And some of you, and I could speak, I'm actually going to speak straight to Susanna. I'm going to speak to Patrick. Patrick, you need a bigger team around you. You're brilliant. But you need a bigger team. Susanna, I don't know what you're scared of. My God, who's going to teach you this? I'm going to speak to the whole group. I love Glenn Ledwell's group. I was there last week. And we didn't stop talking about money because who do you get to just call and say, should I do this? I had somebody text me this morning. Should I lease or should I rent? Should I do this? Should I do this? Should I own my house? Should I rent my house? Like, who do you get to call in your world and ask any money question because you can? And that's where our community exists. And I may not personally know the answer, but I'll tell you, I will find it. I'll find it in our community of a consistent group of team members. And that's what millionaires have. We have a team of people that we work year after year after year with. We add people to the team. And for the most part, people don't leave. I mean, we have people here for 2 decades. The only people that leave are those that are lazy and don't want to get to really get to it. Like, we're not going to sprinkle pixie dust and give you some Kool-Aid and all of a sudden you're going to be a millionaire and your money life's going to change. You have a lot you have to shift in your money life. So let's get to some of the habits. Number one, our peer group is comprised of other successful, wealthy people. So millionaires hang out with millionaires. This whole conversation of, I want to change my relationship to money. I don't have a good relationship to money. Hey, you don't have a relationship to money. Let's just even get to the raw bottom of it. There isn't a relationship. And if you want to be a millionaire, the only way that I know to teach you how to do it, which is what I did, is I hung out with millionaires, which kind of gets us to the next one, which is we have many, many mentors annually. So you're going to move through mentors on a regular basis. I mean, you've heard over and over and over, you have the sum of the people you hang out with. Well, why? When you've heard this, you've heard it from Zig Ziglar, you've heard it from Brian Tracy, you heard it from Les Brown, you've read it in every damn book that you've ever read. That's, that's successful. You've heard it from Grant Cardone. You've heard it from Gary Vee. You've heard it. Like, I know all of these folks. We all tell you the same thing. I don't know why you don't behave. It's up to you. You know that you're the problem. The only way I know to fix this is to have you come hang out with us. I actually teach my workshops. There's very, very few, I say a handful of us multimillionaires that actually teach our own work and show you a path. Why do we do it? Because we care. There's a few of us. The rest do these huge multi-speaker events, put up random people from random places, and then you still have to figure out which speaker should I follow. In our world, you're going to follow all of them because you need all of them. You need an alternative financial planner. You need a person who has life insurance and not death insurance. You need someone who actually knows tax strategies, not just file a tax return. You need to know someone who knows entities, generational wealth, how to protect it. You got to know. And you got to know, and our team all works together. So at some point, you're going to have to make a very serious decision to change your peer group. Who do you spend time with? And how do you have those conversations? Again, back to mentors. I've had a mentor since I was 17. I love mentors. And I'll tell you right now, cannabis and cryptocurrency are taking the world by storm. It is never going to be a more surged economy, and you can sit on the sideline and it's going to leapfrog you. And it already is probably leapfrogging you. This week, again, on Sunday, I'll be at Reno at the cannabis conference. We will be videotaping that. We'll bring that to you. Hopefully, we can bring that live. That's what I was meaning, Gabe, when I said let's Facebook it live. So I'm on, just if you want to mark your calendar, I will be live on stage approximately 12 o'clock to 12:45 Pacific on Sunday, live from the Whitney Peaks Hotel in, I have tickets, by the way, if you want to go fly into Reno. Again, email Gabe, Gabe. I have about 5 or 6 tickets left. I'll just give them to you. Come fly in and hang out, learn, and study with us. And from there, then the next weekend, I'm going to Salt Lake City, actually into Midway and Park City. And I'm going to be one of the keynotes at a crypto conference. Like, these are the two asset classes. They're taking the world by storm. We have always brought to you the cutting edge. And the guys that are going to be at the crypto conference, big conference, hundreds of people that are studying blockchain technology. I mean, it's going to leapfrog the banks. The banks are just standing still like checks and, ATM currencies, how this is going to work. It's not. And in the next 5 to 10 years, digital currency is going to be how we exchange money. And it's going to be a fiat currency that's going to change and revolutionize exchange rates, banking systems. I mean, it's a disruptor. It's the biggest disruptor since The Creature from Jekyll Island was ever written. By the way, if you haven't read that, clearly probably part of the problem of becoming a millionaire. Every mentor that I've ever had with money had me read Creature from Jekyll Island. So the biggest thing with mentors, and I know a lot of you say, I got to pay them. Well, of course you do. You pay a music teacher, you pay a gym instructor. Some of you would rather pay Weight Watchers and, screw around with that and stay broke and heavy. Like I don't get your priorities. It's so interesting. Money is at the driving part of your life. Every day you have to interact with it. Every day you drive your car, you eat food, you have to pay for something for your children. You pay rent, you pay electricity, you pay to listen to this, Facebook, because you've got some kind of computer, you got this great device that you're hinged to. I'm just as guilty, hinged to that. But seriously, some of you spend your money in a very, very odd way. For the very small amount that it costs for a mentor, here's how the two things I always say a mentor does. And here's what I know I do. I will save you taxes and I increase your returns. The other thing my mentors do is they save us extremely costly errors. Some of you have you'd rather risk making a mistake and say, oh, don't know why I did it. Like some of you that have been talking about going to our mastermind, our one time, it's membership, $25,000. You fret over $25,000. I'm actually going to just figure this out right now because it's just shocking to me that you'll spend $25,000. I have a woman who just spent $78,000 on a car, can't figure out how to spend $25,000 for the rest of her life. So let's just say you spend $25,000. Actually, I'm going to go a different direction. Let's just say you only interact with us for 3 years and you become a millionaire. That's 365 days times 3. That's 1,095 days. I'm asking you 3 years of your life. And then you're going to take $25,000. You can do it for life. And your partner's going to come and your kids. And I'm going to divide that by 1,095 days, which is just giving me 3 little tiny years of your life. 3 little tiny years. $22 a day for 3 years. That's it. So I can promise you, right? Is that even true? That's like so cheap. So $22 a day for 3 years. And that's our promise. You become a millionaire in 3 years if you follow our matrix plan. And you'll reduce your taxes. You got a community. You're hanging out with the right people. You get invitations to travel, to do on business trips, to buy marinas. I have a guy right now taking some massage envy. Steve, if you're out there, I'm giving you a little shout out. So he's brilliant, owns Massage Envies. Another gentleman, Nick, if you're watching from South Carolina, you own 2 restaurants. Let's go. Let's own more for $22 a day. Let's divide it by 5. Now you're down to $10 a day. Get rid of your lattes and become a millionaire. Think of the choices and how absolutely efficient it is for you to become a millionaire if you hang out with us. Mentors will have you avoid costly errors, number one, and they will leapfrog you. Like, I learned so much from my mentors, like things that you're going to read and study and like, Google. I mean, my God, like that, then you got to try to get through the mass of that information and what's real and what's just bullshit. So like speeding your time frame up. So just teaching you fast knowledge and avoiding costly errors it's priceless. I mean, I couldn't imagine living a life without a money coach, not only because I teach it, it's just because that's what I believe in. Those of you that have fitness coaches, I mean, you pay them. Those of you that are sending your kids to school, you pay teachers you don't even know. Did you go do background checks on them? Are they all over the internet? Think of your decision-making around money and how interesting it is. I'm not making it wrong. I'm not criticizing. I'm just challenging because I want you to get that we care more about you and your money in this money conversation, and we want you in it. Now, the other thing millionaires do, right? We have a peer group that's multimillionaires. We have mentors all the time. I've never lived a year without a mentor or someone to call. The other thing that's not on this handout that you're going to go, again, if you type in the word habits, is we don't spend a day wondering what we should do. We call somebody who knows and has done it and gets advice. We are constantly in conversation with those who have the result we want. We are not in conversation with those that are side by side that might be sort of figuring it out together. And a lot of you're trying to figure it out together, just leapfrog it. Now, the other one is we join masterminds. We speak at other people's masterminds. We share. I just got invited to another thought leader conference. In fact, I'm going to dump something else just to be there because it's extraordinary, where we're just brainstorming different ideas, what's possible, who knows who, how do we get further, how do we leapfrog into this? The digital technology of today is leapfrogging people into millions of dollars, or just stay slow. Do it your way. Why make it hard? This is the biggest one. We invest in double-digit returns. So we don't stockpile our money into savings. We actually diversify it. We don't put it all in real estate. We sure in the hell don't, like the stock market's going to rock and roll and correct. So if you're still there, one of our financial planners did an analysis on a woman who had around $400,000 in the stock market. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can't spend $25,000 for like one, I said, it's lifetime. It's one time. And my guy did an analysis of her portfolio that she's been paying this guy for 10 years, $59,000 a year in fees. So $59,000 a year in fees. So let's pay him $600,000 for the last 10 years, but not come up to just learn for 25 grand how to get this all right. And double digit returns, it's everywhere. Like we have this cool automated trading technology. Me, my kids are all in our Roth IRAs. We're in between 24, depending on a 3-month average, 24 to 39%. Where do you get that? Turns on with the market, off with the market. Real estate notes, debt, equity. We're going to teach you all about this. It's so exciting. Next one, we have ninja tax strategists. We have a way of living corporate life. So we live corporate life. You live individual life. One of the ways millionaires live by a P&L and cash flow. Individuals live by their checkbook. And you make your decisions by what's in your little checkbook versus what is going on in the cash flow and the contraction of your cash flow and the combination of your businesses that do business together. So our tax strategists are on a regular basis helping us move our money, continue to strategize our money. It's totally legal. Since Trump took office, we are now with the new tax reform, whether you like it or not. It's 81,000 pages of tax code. So if you're doing your little H&R block right now, or you're doing a little TurboTax, you're not even in the conversation we're talking about because we don't do our own taxes. Now, the other thing we do is very, very strategically, we have multiple streams of income. All of our money does not come from one thing. And we actually set, when there's a lot of money surging into one place, we actually separate it. So like my intellectual property has always been away. My database has always been away. Our event team is away. Our sales team, like you separate your money. I have real estate. I have 5 different real estate things. I got gas and oil team. That's just phenomenal. By the way, gas and oil is the king of the kingdom. They just updated and I have this awesome video. If you email, I'm going to put it on Gabe and then he can source. I'll put you all in a little group. And if you're interested in just hearing about gas and oil and the revolutionary changes that industry is making, just email gabe@liveoutloud.com, and I'm going to show you the hottest 30-minute video on gas and oil that will change your entire conversation about the stock market and how to make money and how millionaires make money, because everybody on there are members of our community, multimillionaires, and playing a huge game. Gas and oil is back up in the 60s. It's never going to resurrect itself into the hundreds. So this is the new norm of high in gas and oil. So multiple streams. So from restaurants to hair salons to you name it. I'm looking at Vitrazo, a recycled glass company we used to own. We sold to a Canadian company. It's fun to see it all over Canada. We own a lot of stuff, or we're part owners. We don't own it by ourselves. Usually we're partnered up. And again, we don't operate as individuals. I always say companies make money, individuals get taxed. So we operate as business owners, and our businesses own what we have. So that means our taxation is different. Our protection of our assets are different. Like I don't even own a home. Like I rent a home. Like I rent from somebody. I'm just like, so you got to realize how you separate and organize your banking, your tax structure, all of this. It's got to be a legal, a tax, and a financial team around you. And I spent 20 years finding the best of those teams. And that's the whole group of people that you get to play and buy into. And it's super fun. And you know what? A bunch of us ski together, a bunch of people golf together. There's a whole group going scuba diving together. There's a whole group that we're forming. We got a brand new guy, Nick, if you're out there watching from Puerto Vallarta. I know there's a whole group of us that love to go down there and hang out. I have a love-hate relationship with that place. Those of you who've been around for a while know that. But we're constantly educating ourselves. We're expanding our knowledge. We're reaching to new norms. Like, do I need to go into the cannabis and cryptocurrency educational space? No, but it's fascinating. Like I was still like in college and, early career during the .com. And I kind of missed that whole wave. I'm not missing this one. And I would hope that you don't miss it either. You say, well, I don't know anything about it. Well, lean in and learn. That's our big theme. Lean in, learn this conversation about money, because I can promise you no one's teaching it in this comprehensive manner. What else do we do? Oh, yeah, we get up early and we do what it takes to get the result. There's no excuses. Some of you, man, I'll give ideas and there's an excuse. I'll give an idea, there's an excuse. There's an idea, there's an excuse. There's no excuses. If you want a result, you go until it's done. And you find a team that will go until it's done. So we don't live with a lot of compromise. We switch stuff up quite frequently. It's a little chaotic for you analysts, but we need you analysts to help run our companies. And the biggest one we do is we manage or transfer the risk. See, a lot of you say, well, gosh, Laura, what you're talking about is risky. It's not risky. It's risky if you don't know it. Now, if you have no knowledge, then of course anything we say is risky. But when you learn, you say, what, this year I'm going to learn about real estate. I'm going to learn about, but when I talk about cannabis, by the way, you won't own the cannabis business with me. My partners will own that. You're going to own the real estate that we are going to rent from you. You're going to own the real estate and we're going to come in and we're going to be your tenant. That's how this is played. So it's really a real estate play. The legalities of getting all of you and investors even up to speed would take way too long, and we're on a huge trajectory right now. So we manage and transfer our risk, and we find partners who reduce our risk. And the way we find partners to reduce our risk is they've already been there and done it. See, for you, if you've never done a transaction that I'm speaking of, then it's risky for you, and it's very risky for you to go do it by yourself. It's not risky for you to partner in to a legal group of people in a very structured way and understand what an operating agreement is and reduce your risk. The other thing we teach you is how to blend your risk. So we teach very different strategies on blended and reduction of risk by use of knowledge, use of teammates. So playing it safe and keeping some of you, I can name your names, and I'm sorry if I offended you that I named your names earlier, but Corey has been talking to you. I've been talking to you. Justin's been talking to you. I don't know what you're going to do besides stay stuck and hope to God it's going to work, because next year will be the same. Because what we teach is so different. How we do qualified money, so different. How we do insurance, so different. How we do corporate structure, so different. How we do taxes, so different. How we invest, so different. So we're just going to teach you. It's up to you to decide what you want to do. But staying where you are, if it's working for you and you feel safe, great. But I can promise you 85% of people that are in their 65 or older in the world do not have more than 100,000 even put away. In fact, the new number I just heard is they have less than $60,000 put away. 85% have less than 60,000 put away, which means they have to work until the day they die. Now, do you want to be that person, or do you want to lean in and say, all right, I get it. Here are 10 things. I kind of think I made sense today. right? 10 habits that will teach you. Are you going to like emerge them into your life like this? No, we're going to go one at a time. And there's a very systematic way that we take you. Earlier, the 3-day workshop, I teach it all. I bring out a team. Let's see, I'm bringing Rob, there'll be Dave, there'll be Bruce, Joe. I'm bringing out 7 teammates plus myself that are all aligned around your conversation. We're going to do money makeovers. If you want a private money makeover, that's fine. Some of you don't want to disclose. I get that. But let us help you. And let us help you get some millionaire habits. So again, put in habits and download, and you will get this lovely PDF from us. Let's start putting it into your life. I want you then to email into, actually, I'm going to go straight to Brian. So Brian, I want anybody who wants a makeover right now straight to you. So email Brian at liveoutloud.com, get them straight to Corey, to Megan, to Michelle, to Thomas. Let us help you. Let us do a quick little mini makeover gap analysis. Say, boy, you got like issues here and here and here. And here's how it works. They joint text me. Yep, my clients all get my phone number. And I ask you what your problems are, what your issues are, and we move you around the house. So you might go to the tax team. You might go to the insurance team. You might go to the will and trust team. You might just go, depending on where you are and what you've done to yourself. That's always interesting. And the biggest one we're going to handle for some of you is debt. We don't care that you have bad debt. We'll get rid of it, just not your way. We're going to teach you how to make money. And that is the answer to bad debt, by the way. Minimizing and living within your means is not how you're going to get out of debt. Make more money and you'll get out of debt. So I hope you enjoyed this Facebook Live. Please repost, send it around, send it to your parents, your siblings, your kids, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, and say, you know, let's all go family. And if they don't want to go, then you go, because it's time for you to learn this money conversation and get some new habits. So again, download, type in habits, and we're going to be re-sending this around as much as we can. And the opportunity for you isn't just today. You can always email into Brian at liveoutloud.com. Say, I need a money makeover. I need it right now today. And you get urgent. You be available. I don't care if you have to get up at 6 a.m. to do it, or you stay till 10 o'clock at night to do it. That's just what we do. We get it done. And I think that's about it for the day. So have an extraordinary day. Let's go make some money, and let me teach you the right habits. Hope you enjoy this Facebook Live, and we'll see you again, same time, same channel next Tuesday, 12 noon Pacific. Talk soon.
Thanks for listening to the Real Money Talks podcast. Your host has been Loral Langmeyer, author of 5 New York Times bestsellers, money expert on Dr. Phil, CNN, CNBC, The Street TV, Fox News, and The View. Want to learn more about off-Wall Street investing, tax strategies, and multi-million-dollar business strategies? Visit laurelsrealmoneytalks.com for past episodes, show notes, and resources. For some special wealth-building gifts only for Laurel's podcast listeners, visit laurelsrealmoneytalks.com/podcast gifts. Do you have a burning question for Laurel? Visit asklaurel.com to submit your question, and it may just be covered on a podcast episode. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe to get new episodes every week.